Special Containment Procedures SCP-2075 is to be held in isolation with a containment unit capable of being hermetically sealed when required. Containment unit is to undergo remote decontamination daily, more if deemed necessary. SCP-2075 is to be supplied with bottled water and nutrient capsules via pneumatic tube 3 times a day. All interactions with SCP-2075 are to be done by remote microphone. Observational windows are constructed of laminated ballistic glass. Any damage to the containment cell must be repaired immediately by personnel equipped with Level A hazmat gear. SCP-2075-A are to be terminated via incineration and disposed of per hazardous waste protocols unless authorized for research by Site Director. Biopsies are to be stored within individual cryogenic storage units. SCP-2075 has been contained at Sector G of Biological Containment Site 66 since its transfer from GRU Division P on. In wake of the USSR's dissolution. Description: SCP-2075 is currently a 63-year-old Caucasian male, formerly known as Alexei Krovchek. A security guard employed by GRU Division P. SCP-2075 exhales a microbial pathogen capable of extreme neurological alterations. An individual infected by SCP-2075 is classified as SCP-2075-A and is considered an extension of SCP-2075. SCP-2075 is able to exert its anomalous effects regardless of distance after initial infection, and will maintain control indefinitely unless SCP-2075-A is destroyed. Experiments using D-Class have suggested SCP-2075 is able to simultaneously use SCP-2075-A as it would its own body. If the primary host is destroyed, the surviving SCP-2075-A will become the acting SCP-2075, exhibiting its anomalous pathogen. SCP-2075 is unable to control more than one SCP-2075-A at a time. Interviewed SCP-2075. Interviewer: Dr. Albert Cronenberg. Forward: First interview with SCP-2075 after its successful transportation and containment at a Biological Containment Site 66.
Welcome, SCP-2075. I hope that you are comfortable.
Yes, very much so.
Good. I'd like to ask you some questions. Please answer truthfully.
Of course, I am a man of honesty, I am. Ask your questions, Doctor.
Noted. First, what is your name?
Does it matter? You will call me what you will. I am Carsist Varys.
Carsist? Not your birth name, I presume.
It is a title, Doctor, but as through a name I might surrender, the name that once belonged to this face is ill-suiting, no?
Very well. Do you know why you are here?
For the same reason the SARS kept me in a dungeon, for the same reason Stalin experimented on me. You are afraid, Doctor, much as they were.
Please explain your anomalous nature, if able.
One might as well explain the sun to the moon.
Try me.
When I was small, the church spoke of two worlds, one of flesh and one of spirit. This is incorrect. There is no perfection in duality. I learned of this oneness of all. Tell me, what does the color yellow feel like? I know you can state some science, but no words will translate the experience. My nature is much the same. I can show you. Come inside, Doctor.
I think we'll stop here. Thank you for your time.
Interviewed SCP-2075. Interviewer: Dr. Albert Cronenberg. Forward: 7th interview with SCP-2075. Conversation to focus on missing GRU Division P reports.
When were you first detained? GRU Division P was unable to provide much documentation about you. Is there something about a fire in 55?
This was before GRU Division P. Before Lenin, Stalin, or revolution. It was a time of troubles, yes. I was proselytizing in Novgorod, spreading the good word. A massacre had just occurred nearly 30 years prior, and I could feel mounds of dead as I walked. Serf, Slatya, and Boryar all were pleased to receive me, but not one, dear doctor. I had one detractor.
Please continue.
An archpriest of the Eastern Orthodoxy, he declared me a witch, heretic, and bogomil, of which I was none. The audacity of the man. He whipped the mob into a frenzy. Torn to pieces I was, watched the entire event from afar.
So you say. Explain to me your experience.
Do you die if you lose a finger? A very humbling experience to observe a piece of yourself destroyed.
An interesting tale, but that was not my question. When were you first contained by GRU Division P?
So impatient you are. I have all the time in the world.
Interviewed SCP-2075. Interviewer Dr. Albert Cronenberg. Forward. 43rd interview with SCP-2075. Conversation to focus on missing origin and extent of anomalous abilities.
Doctor, always a pleasure.
Yes, of course. I wanted to discuss your abilities.
Ah, dear doctor, we have been over this, have we not?
Have you always been able to control others?
It is a gift, one received long ago, touched by Ion, Grand Carsist of Adiotum. I was embraced into the faith.
Yes, I've gathered you've built some superstitions around your ability.
I knew you were a heathen from the start. You surround yourself with abominable machines, like those who wish to fix what was never broken.
Broken?
Followers of Makan.
I take it you're aware of the Church of the Broken God, then?
Very much so. They are anathema.
We'll discuss them later, then. Tell me, who is Ion?
High Priest of Adiotum, the Grand Carsist, our immortal, most beloved father. Perhaps, dear doctor, you shall meet His Holiness one day.
What is Adiotum?
Adiotum, it is very old city. The way to the Promised Land can only be accessed to the love and unity of Ion.
I see. I would like to ask you about your anomaly again.
GRU called them meat puppets. They are not puppets. We are united as one.
How does the pathogen work? Are you transferring your consciousness or altering their own to suit your needs?
Dear doctor, you are not very imaginative. Tell me, is finite life worth living? I heard about your wife. My heart truly bleeds for you.
This interview is over.
Love, your magic spell is everywhere. Love, I knew you well and found you fair. Then you left me and I left